Hello, this is Ken Langella for assignment week 6 here. It looks like we've gone over some readings. The Jesse Shell rules is what we are supposed to cover this week, and as well as a few games. I'll cover my assessment of the rules real quick, and then I'll just cover these games just real fast. I won't take up your time like I normally do. I tend to probably talk too much. But anyways, my interpretation, or actually not my interpretation, what these rules are all about here. Let's start with number 1, operational rules. Okay, this is what players do to play the game. When understood, the game can be played, absolutely using these rules. But these are your basic play the game sort of rules. These are kind of the heart of it. You move on to number 2, which would be your foundational rules. And these rules are used to inform operational rules. Okay, so these inform upon the other rules, like maybe instead of just their example was like a 1 to 6, you roll a 20-sided dice, and you end up with a 1 to 6 hit. These foundational rules could be something in addition to that, maybe a little enchantment or something, but that foundational rules just kind of accompany those. These are seen by game designers kind of as kind of an as-needed basis, and there is rarely a need to document these rules, I would imagine, unless they really do something for you. The third would be behavioral rules, and these would be defined as good sportsmanship rules. Seldom stated explicitly. A good example of these, breaking these, would be playing a MMO, for example, waiting on a creature or a spawn in your area, of course, and another player just kind of walks up and kills him, as soon as you turn around and go to the bathroom or whatever. That would be kind of a behavioral rule sort of thing. It's just kind of an understood type of thing. But this is really not really acceptable. You should be better to your fellow players this way. Moving on, written rules. And these come with the game, written out in a small booklet, the small little packet in days past, a little tiny booklet that fit within your own game jacket or sleeve. This method of teaching players gameplay is really becoming outdated, and I understand that as you have most of your games that you're ordering online nowadays. They do come with rule books. Most people don't understand those are generally at the site that they bought it from. They can click on and find those rule books to those games. But it's basically about teaching players gameplay. That's that sort of thing. The new method of doing this would be, of course, tutorials, and that's players can hop right in. They can start playing. I think tutorials are definitely the way to go, at the very least. Moving on to point number 5, which would be laws. These are formed in games with serious competitive settings, like arena combat or PvP type games. Those are pretty seriously competitive, and all the way down to I know in World of Warcraft, I don't play this game anymore, or haven't for years, but I know that the quality of the outfits these guys are wearing, the quality of the armor, greatly increases how powerful they are in PvP, and so they put in a lot of things. To try to stop that sort of thing, and then you've got programs like Punk Buster, which has been developed to enforce these laws. So not only do you have these laws, but you've got people developing programs to enforce them on top of that. So that's kind of what you got. But your fighting games, let me see, permadeath, single elimination, that, or the use of timers. These could be by laws. Official rules. Okay, these are created when a game is played seriously enough that a group of players feel the need, to merge written rules with these laws. Like calling out, check, of course, was their example. I thought that was a very good one. As that was not originally a written rule, I think, that's just games to just rules to just kind of, kind of help things work in the right direction. Kind of help players understand what's going on in the game. I think that kind of thing kind of covers that. Then you've got your advisory rules, which these are strategy rules, more or less just tips to try to help your gameplay. Not real mechanical rules, just kind of, like I said, more of a tip sort of system, strategy rules, so to speak. And then last of all, you've got your house rules, and these rules are usually created by the players. These are made up when gameplay needs to be made more efficient. I think card games are a good example of what needs this sort of house rules sort of deal, or a timer, that type of thing, you know. To sum it all up, in the readings this week and the games that we've played, I would say that the rules, of course, we have to look at them, are very important. They're a very, very important part of your game. Without them, not only could your players not play it, but your game wouldn't function properly, and players wouldn't want to play it, we need to carefully consider our use and choices regarding rules on the basis that they could make or break your game in the long run. And just real quick, like I said at the end here, I'm just going to cover those 3 games that you chose for us as fast as I can. The Potato Man Seeks the Truth. Did like it a little bit. Pretty much kind of a... that's hard to say. I'd say a little bit of Mario with birds dumping eggs on him sort of situation here. I thought it was kind of cool, though. It did take you back a little bit. Your half-minute hero, that was... Wow. Now that was a whole different sort of thing. You had a lot of different things going on there, different map choices, multiplayer, single player, that sort of thing. But that was over and all kind of a decent game, kind of a poor man's Zelda. And that's why I included Zelda here at the last part of my video, just to show you what a real game of that sort should look like. And let me see, lastly, you had us cover another one, the Antechamber game, which I thought was kind of neat with the color schemes and that sort of thing that he used, and the overall way that you look at that. But all in all, I think that I don't know, I'm just not into the head game sort of thing so much, where you just you've got to make these choices and things are a little bit different. I understand the concept, but most of all, I think we all pretty much like your basic, straightforward Zelda type games, and like I said, that's why I ended my video with it. I hope you guys have a great week. My name is Ken Langella. This is my submission. See ya.